Prior to my sabbatical, one of the goals for us as a leadership team was, when I returned, to kind of start re-engaging the building discussion and plans with the congregation, with membership. And it was really kind of hard to know where to start. You know, we had limited people and resources now. Like, what are we going to do? How does this really work? And as we talked about last week, we have those volunteer and leadership challenges. Well, that plays into this discussion a bit. Doesn't make it any easier. And so we started asking, what do we have now that can help us point to the future? What can we do to help us get a vision for the future? It was at that point that I started looking back at building files and looking through, okay, where are we at? How far did we get? Because I'd kind of forgotten a lot of stuff. And in that, I found our new branding. You see, in the process of looking forward to the new plans for the church and all that, one of the things that we wanted to do was introduce some new branding. It had been a while since we looked again at our logo, our key phrasing, colors, fonts. And often when a church has a new building, this is something they look at. Now, we thought we were going that direction, so we started getting into that. We hired a marketing company, Aceman, local marketing company, and they worked with our staff and leadership. And they created new branding for us, all this new branding that we paid for, and we thought our building was going to be coming soon, so that it all worked out. And now it's just been sitting and holding. And so we started to talk about, well, what would it look like maybe to start this journey, maybe this digital, new look, this digital new face is a good place to start. Maybe this digital home, this new digital home, digital face, digital picture could help us, give us some direction, to give us a vision for the future. Maybe this is part of it. And so this became a big project on my sabbatical. I started to implement the branding that was created and bought and paid for prior pandemic. And I started implementing it into a new website, and a new digital home. So this is the new logo and the website, our new digital home that'll launch in September, Mountainview.church. Again, it's not live yet, so if you go to Mountainview.church, it'll just come up with a blank kind of screen from our website provider. But this is the new logo, and this is the idea of the new website, the new digital home. This site with, coinciding email addresses is hoped to launch in September, along with plans to re-engage the building discussion. Again, our prayer is that this new digital home will help give us a vision and further direction for our new physical home. Now, I'd like to read some of the branding verbiage gathered after Aceman interviewed our staff and leadership. It wasn't just about them putting out some information for us. They did a really good job at talking to all our staff and key ministry leaders, as well as our board and elders that time, to really capture what we saw as the future of our church. And so here's some of what they come up with that is now on our new homepage. And I'll just read it to you. Hopefully you get a picture of where we're going. Striving to be an irresistible place to meet Jesus. There's someone we want you to meet. Just to be clear, knowing about or believing in Jesus is not a prerequisite for you to attend Mountain View Church. But you're going to hear about him because he's central to the hope and joy that the people here experience. When he does introduce himself to you, there's a good chance that hope and joy will start to grow in your life too. We start with the gospel. The end of the gospel story is the beginning of our faith in action story. It's all there in the last few verses of Matthew, where Jesus commands us to make disciples of all nations, baptizing and teaching them what he has taught us. It is this great commission that ignites our passion and gets us up on our feet to reach out with open arms to those who need him. This is a scroll down look at the kind of quick descriptions and links of our gatherings from the new homepage. Some information there really quick for people to get. Again, this is very much works on mobile devices, tablets, all of that. That's all set in there, although this is a desktop view, I see. The scrolling further down, these were the three words that Aceman said came up over and over again. So they were designed, in some verbiage around these focused words. At Mountain View, we're concerned with people's eternity. that's huge. That's central to the gospel, of course. We have accepted the Great Commission. That's what God's given us through Jesus. And we're trying to live it out with authenticity. This is what we're all about. So we may have a huge challenge that feels like a raging river ahead of us. I get it. But God has given us direction. We have great things ahead. We've already acknowledged in this series, God has provided in amazing ways, and continues to provide. And this is just one way that God knew COVID was going to happen. He knew we were going to be stalled out for a couple years. He knew there was going to be a great reshuffling of work and careers and locations and churches. He knew all of that. There's no surprise to him. For some reason, he allowed this digital picture to get fully established before the physical picture was there. And so for that, I'm thankful. I'm so thankful that we can now have this new face to cling to and to move towards. And so maybe you're asking, like, well, what do we do? What do I do? Okay, Jeremy, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I have no idea what jobs they're going to be. We haven't even started the whole concept of a building team again or anything like that. The board, won't start to kind of look at that until the fall. So for now, by faith, you can respond by praying. We need you to just be in prayer over the future of Mountainview Church's physical home. We're simply asking that you would make a commitment to pray for the future of Mountainview Church, the physical home. And if you have a prayer journal or a prayer app or whatever you use, maybe you just make a note on your fridge. I don't know, whatever you need to do to help you remember. But we're just asking, would you please commit to pray for Mountainview's future? You and I may not know the future, but God does. He's got a plan, he's got a purpose, and he's brought us into it. So now we're going to pray that he's going to give us the direction so that by faith we can take the action we need to take.